What's up, guys? So today I really just kind of want to do something a little bit different and talk a little bit about the importance of being prepared, even if you're just doing something as simple as a day hike. I recently went out and hiked the canyon. If you don't know what I'm referencing, check out my videos. I'll have them annotated in the description below of hiking the canyon part one and part two, where I went out with just me and my dog. But even just doing a little day hike where I wasn't going to be staying the night, I wasn't even going that far. I was carrying a backpack with me with certain things in it that I think it is important and a really good habit to get into. Just, you never know what's going to happen no matter where you go. So just to have certain things with you, it's important. It's just being prepared. What it's better to have something and not need it than to need it and not have it, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and jump into the backpack that I was carrying for that day hike, and the stuff that I had with me for that. So starting with the backpack itself, I'm not going to get into like a huge big review about this thing because honestly I don't even know that much about it. I got it from REI. Shameless shout out here to this company. My wife and I, we are members of REI, which is totally worth it. It's only $20 one time, a $20 one-time fee, and everything that you purchase from the company, you'll get a certain percentage of cash back at the end of the year. It rocks. Their return policy, their customer service, everything. I love REI. But anyway, I got this little Osprey pack at one of their garage sales, and I don't know if you can read it. I guess it's called a Raptor 14. That may mean that it's like a 14-liter capacity bag. I'm not sure. It's very small, this particular one. Really, really effective, really good for just simple little day hikes like what I went on just the other day. But yeah, I got this thing for like maybe $20, maybe even cheaper than that. I can't remember. I've had it for a while. But yeah, it's excellent just to get in the habit of carrying some stuff with you, whenever you go out. So I'm just going to jump into the stuff that I brought, and it maybe will give you some ideas for future trips you take. So starting on the outside here, they had this little pocket, and I put the REI Flex Light chair in there. Now, I'll do a separate review on this later on at some point, but it's a light camping chair. It's pretty compact. You can see me holding it. I mean, it's not big. I wear medium-sized gloves, so I mean, to get an idea of the size of it. But yeah, this thing rocks. I think it's totally worth its weight, just because if you've ever gone hiking or camping or whatever, and you finally get to where you're setting up camp and you don't have a place to sit, that kind of blows. And I think most people can attest to that have experienced it. It's really invaluable to actually have something comfortable to sit in. I used this at the end of my hike where I was able to sit in the shade, let my dog play in the lake for a while, and I just enjoyed the view. So that's it. That's all I had on the outside of this pack. Now, in this first little pocket, it's just a small pocket, I just put some snacks in there. Don't have them in there. There's something in there that I didn't get around to eating. I just had some Nature Valley bars, protein bars, energy bars, stuff like that. Little snacks that I also share with Zeus whenever I go out hiking with him. I kind of spoil him when we go out together. And he's gotten kind of used to that because I share my snacks with him as long as there's no chocolate involved. So just a couple snacks in this little pouch on the top here. And then when you get into the main pouch, I really didn't bring a whole lot, to be honest with you. In case of a storm or if it started to rain on us, I did bring a Gore-Tex shell jacket. This is a Arc'teryx Gore-Tex shell that I was able to purchase at an Arc'teryx outlet store that I got for a really good deal. I like Arc'teryx stuff a lot. It's very quality outdoor gear, but you're going to pay a pretty penny for it. Normally, my philosophy on that is buy once, cry once, because you usually get what you pay for. But I do try to get a lot of value out of my hard-earned money, so I don't always go around in this really upper end stuff. Not often. There's a few pieces that I own from the companies that are a bit more upscale, shall we say. But that's just because there are certain things that I feel are important to have the quality in. So I got my shell there just in case of storms. And I had a water bottle in here that I have not put back in here, but I did have a container for water. I also had a that I also didn't put in. I had a one of those life straws. So I didn't bring a whole filter type dealie with me. I do have a Catadine pump filter. I didn't bring that though because it was a short hike. So I did have a life straw, and what that's good for is you can refill the water bottle that I had, for instance, and then just use the life straw to drink from the water bottle, and that would filter the water to make. So I did have a life straw in there for just in case. I got a flashlight here for just in case I got stranded out there or whatever, or needed a light for whatever reason. I usually always try to carry a flashlight on me. This is a Phoenix. Gosh, I don't even remember. LD. Oh, there it is. There you go. Phoenix. Let's see if that'll focus. Is Phoenix LD22? Still not focusing. Sorry about that, guys. This is I think their 2015 Phoenix LD22. Phoenix is it's a big bang for your buck type of company. It's a really excellent LED light. I haven't found anything wrong with it. It has waterproofness. I don't have all the specs with me. I can't remember. I'm going off the top of my head. But well deep enough waterproofness that you could swim with this thing. I wouldn't recommend going scuba diving with it. It's not a dive light, but you don't have to worry about it. If you drop it in a puddle, if you drop it in a little bit of a creek, if you even go swimming, if you were to take this thing swimming, surface swimming in a pool or across a lake, or if you're a river crossing, something like that, you don't have to worry about this thing getting damaged. It's very, very, very nice LED. I think this is it's either the medium or the high. It's definitely not the turbo setting, but it's still daytime here. You know, I mean, there's plenty of light coming in through the windows. This is my staircase, and you can see it's a very clean, crisp, white light. No rough edges. I love this light. I bring this with me every single time I go camping. It's awesome. It also has different diffuser tips that you can put on here. I got a red lens cap that I can put on, as well as like a lantern diffuser tip that I use oftentimes in the tent when I go camping, and it illuminates the entire inside of the tent like a lantern. It's awesome. So I can't say enough good things about this Phoenix. This particular flashlight runs off of 2 AA batteries, which are super easy to come by. Nothing special there. And it was very affordable for what you get. Lots of value out of the company, the Phoenix company. The one other thing that I really had was a knife. You know, a knife is invaluable. It's always good to have a knife. This is a fixed blade Kydex holster. What came out with me on the day hike was the cold steel leather neck. Nice. It's not the full flat grind version. I don't think that they're selling those very much anymore because they were breaking a lot, supposedly, when people were taking them out camping and doing tasks with them, like wood processing and batoning through wood. So this is just, I don't even know what you call it. I'm not some knife expert or anything. What is it? Saber? I don't know. But you know, the Cold Steel's answer to the tried and true USMC K-bar knife. I haven't gotten to abuse this one yet. I'm going to be going camping here pretty soon, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be taking this with me, so I'll get a little bit of use out of this and some testing out of this knife, but it's not like it needs any testing. There's been plenty of testing done with these knives. So yeah, this was the Cold Steel Leatherneck. It came with me on the trip, and that's it. that's all I brought. I brought my Gore-Tex shell, which is good to protect me from the elements if we were to get a rainstorm or whatever. Um, it'll keep me dry. At least it'll keep my core dry. I didn't have any Gore-Tex pants, but that's not a big deal, you know. I mean, just a day hike. If I can keep my core dry, then that's what matters. My appendages, my limbs will take care of themselves if I can keep my core warm. So yeah, I got the Gore-Tex shell to protect my core from the elements if I were to get caught out in a storm. Got a flashlight, got a fixed blade knife, brought my water and a pseudo filter for just in case. Brought some snacks, and I brought my chair just so I can hang out when I got to where I was going. So this is just an example of philosophy, you could say, of being prepared for the just in case, being prepared for the unknown, the thing that could happen that you don't expect to happen. But if it were to happen, it won't be as big a deal if you come with items that will remedy that situation. I didn't need any of this. All I used was snacks, some water, and I used the chair. I didn't use the knife, I didn't use the flashlight, and I didn't use the Gore-Tex shell. But you know what? I'm glad I had them, and I would not change that fact. So, there you go. That's a typical loadout, or a typical backpack that I might bring with me of supplies on a short little trip that I take. Before you guys say anything, I know I was missing probably one of the most important things that anybody could have with them on a day-to-day basis, and that's a first aid kit or some type of medical kit. I am still putting one of those together. I don't exactly have one yet. I don't have a good, or I don't have any pouches really that I could put together to make a little medical kit aside from my very large combat medical kit that I got from when I deployed in the military. But I don't think I'm going to carry that around all the time. I do plan on taking pieces out of that to put together little med kits and whatnot for the future. But I just figured if anybody got into the comments, that would probably be something that was brought up. Yes, I didn't have a medical kit with me on that little day hike, and I should. I admit that I'm lacking. I'm not perfect, but it's better to have what I did have than not have any of it at all. So until next time, keep the faith, stay smart, stay vigilant. Mad Max out.